Let me talk to the teachers who are tired, the ones who smile in the hallway but sit in their car for 5 extra minutes before walking inside, the ones who replay a lesson in their head thinking, I could have done that better, the ones who wonder if the emails, the data, the meetings, the behavioral logs, if any of it even matters. I'm speaking as a 7th grade black male social studies teacher who knows what it feels like to carry more than just a lesson plan. We carry history. We carry representation. We carry expectations, our own and everybody else's. And sometimes we forget that somebody is carrying us, our students. Think about that for a moment. You may not feel valued in every meeting. You may not feel seen in every policy decision. You may not hear your name shouted in every room. But walk into your classroom tomorrow and watch what happens. Students will talk you up. They'll say, "That's my teacher." They'll tell their parents about you. They'll argue about who gets to sit closest to your desk. They'll repeat something you said weeks ago that you don't even remember saying. When the world doesn't clap for you, students will. And they won't clap because you're perfect. They'll clap because you're present. Let that sink in. You ever had a student come back after you graded something and say, "Can I take this home? I want to show this to my parents." That's not about the grade. That's about you. You created a space where excellence felt possible. You ever had a student defend you when another student complains? You ever heard, "Nah, he actually cares"? That's your reputation walking before you. We forget that we are living proof of somebody. When I teach about empires rising and falling, about revolutions, about movements, I remind my student that history changes because somebody decided to stand firm. And the same is true in our classrooms. But let's go deeper for a second. There's a quote from Maya Angelou that says, "People will never forget how you made them feel." Your students will forget a worksheet. They will forget a vocabulary quiz. They will absolutely forget the difference between latitude and longitude 5 minutes after taking the test. But they will not forget how safe they felt in your classroom. They will not forget that you protected them. They will not forget that when the hallway felt chaotic, your classroom felt steady. Students will remind you that you are exactly where you need to be, even on your worst day, especially on your worst day. You might not feel confident, but watch how they look at you when you explain something and it finally clicks. Watch how they sit up when you say, "Let me tell you something real." Watch how quiet the room gets when you tell a story from your own life. They believe in you before you believe in yourself. They see your resourcefulness. They see how you turn nothing into something. They see how you pivot when technology fails. They see how you redirect without humiliating. They see how you stand in the gap. You are powerful, not because you have all the answers, but because you show up consistently. Here's what's beautiful about this. Working with students forces you to choose joy over hate. You can walk in frustrated. And a 12-year-old will say something so random and so pure that you forget what you were even mad about. You can feel discouraged. And then a student hands you a drawing they made you as an animal. They practice love loudly. They forgive quickly. They laugh fully. They try again tomorrow, even when today didn't go their way. And if we pay attention, they teach us how to do the same. Students will remind you how much they need your guidance, not just academically. They need your protection. They need your boundaries. They need you to model what strength with compassion looks like. They need to see a grown person stand firm without being cruel. They need to see discipline without shame. They need to see leadership without ego. They are watching you become your best self, and they want you to shine. Have you ever noticed this? When a student says, "You're my favorite teacher," what they really mean is, "You make me feel capable the most. You make me feel seen the most. You make me feel safe the most." And here's the insight. The very things that you think are weakness are often the things that make you relatable. Your patience, your calm voice, your expectations, your refusal to give up on them. They build your confidence every day. You just have to notice it. Does that make sense? When no one else believes in you, your students will remind you that they do. When you question if you matter, they will show you that you do. When you feel small, they will reflect your greatness back to you. Teaching is not just a job, it's a mirror. And every day, your students hold that mirror up and say, "We see you. We need you. We're grateful for you. You are exactly where you're supposed to be." Let them build you up. Let them remind you that abundance is flowing into your life in laughter, in growth, in purpose. Let them teach you gratitude. Let them help you trust yourself. Let them help you love yourself. Because when you choose joy over fear, when you choose love over ego, when you choose belief over doubt, you are accepting that they still believe in you. They still believe in you is a reminder that while policies, meetings, and data may not always recognize our impact, our students do. Through real classroom moments and honest reflection, this message highlights the quiet ways students affirm their teachers, defending us, celebrating us, and remembering how we make them feel long after the lesson ends. What's a moment, big or small, when a student reminds you that your work truly matters? Maybe it was something they said, something they did, or even something they remember long after your class. Share your story below so we can uplift each other and remind ourselves why we keep showing up. If you're an educator who needs encouragement, inspiration, or simply a reminder of why you started teaching in the first place, This video's for you. Subscribe for more content that uplifts educators, reflects on real classroom experiences, and celebrates the power teachers have to shape the future, one student at a time. Peace.